Missed it. Ball, the board. 2-point lead for UConn. They have made just 6 of their last 14 free throw attempts.
I like ball off the ball. The arrow on it. That's what they got right now.
We approach 3 minutes to play.
Nice fade.
Caravan, hard drive, tried to reverse. Condon is there defensively.
Yeah, good contest without fouling by Condon, but go straight up if you're Caravan.
Yeah, same side, just finish it.
Florida with a chance to tie or take the lead.
They got a mismatch either way.
Clayton, not allowed.
Oh, this kid, he is tough.
Special.
Wow.
First lead of the second half for the Gators. 62-61.
He is chill personified.
No field goals over 4 minutes of game action.
Nice
the
hands.
knock away by Richard, and he darts out for the jam. Timeout, Huskies.
And
Team Richard loving it in Raleigh. Florida in front with 2:27 to go. Our game reset, number 1 seed in the West, Florida leading the 8 seed, UConn, 2-time defending champions, 64-61.
Right here, just great reach around. Deflection, outlet pass, little stop defensively. We talked about how they turned it up a little bit.
Absolutely.
The screws on that end. And Richard, sometimes people don't talk about his efforts, but both ends of the floor making big plays.
Caravan going through heat. Everybody on UConn thought he got fouled. He should have gone strong to that same side. Reed back on the floor. Maybe something down deep to him.
The last UConn field goal came at the 7:15 mark of this second half. We're at 2:29 remaining.
You got to value the ball if you're a guard. Yara has to be careful. Martin, excellent defender.
6-0 run for Florida. Ball to Caravan. Diarra now one-on-one with Martin. Hand it. Ball. Fires. Connects.
Dribble handoff. Reed, the presence of mind. How about ball speed? And get those puppies organized.
And Raph, Florida got a little bit confused defensively. All the switching there. Martin a little bit late, but give credit. Ball big time, getting to that left hand.
Exactly.
He's so
Danny had him
comfortable.
coming to his strong hand.
He was 1 of 8 from three-point territory before that make. And we are all tied up. Condon tried to drive. Contact from Diarra from behind.
Trying to go over the top on Clayton. That's one maybe he should have short-circuited.
Condon almost turned it over right there. But you're right, as he was trying to go, he came back and...
The arrow knows you can't give him an opportunity for a free look.
It remains 1-1. That's the 19th foul against UConn.
61%.
Remember, Florida made its first 8 free throws of the day. 1-point lead. Collectively, they are now 15 of 23 at the line. A second one for Alex Condon.
And Bert, they have elite defenders on the perimeter, Florida. So it behooves UConn to be careful with the ball. Look at this.
Controlled by Houck. That play made by Martin. Gliding to the rim. Clayton draws the foul.
I don't know if they give it to McNeely or Reed. Boy, those loose ball opportunities.
That's on Reed. That's 5.
Yeah.
Not sure who they called it on, but
They got it on McNeely.
Martin got that deflection and great awareness right there.
This
Clayton.
guy, he is short of magnificent, right?
Explosive.
He's a heady player. Oh, some strength.
Out of Lake Wales, Florida, Walter Clayton Jr. Second attempt coming with his team up by 2.
You two go to the same sushi place, I think, right? Or you know the spot he goes to?
He talked about the spots he frequents. So impressive of a young man and confident and stepping up big for his team late.
The UConn Huskies have won 13 straight NCAA tournament games. They trail Florida 67-64 with 1:32 to play.
And Reed not getting the touchdown on the box.
McNeely for the tie. Doesn't go.
And once again, Florida got confused on the switches. They got a good look. McNeely just could not convert.
Clayton handles it.
There's some clock. Same play.
Dribble handoff.
Yep, same play. And then the roll. Nice help by McNeely.
Clayton. Got him! Downtown hit.
A lot of sushi for him.
Oh, sushi with some caviar. Some onions on the side.
70-64 Gators. Big buckets from Walter Clayton Jr. First team All-America coming through for Florida. And we're going to keep it right here. They're going to take a look at it, and they have confirmed it's a three-pointer.
The field goal by Clayton has been confirmed as a three-point shot.
Quiet early, let the game come to him. Just solid, and they run the same double up top with great success. He cuts under, back screen, dribble handoff.
Well, that's what happens when you have talent, elite talent. Ian talked about first team All-America, your stars making plays for you down the stretch. That wasn't necessarily great execution. That's just great talent, great basketball, and as you say, some onions.
And some great legs. How about his lift?
Hey, when you play like that, you can show up at the meeting with no shirt on.
Anything you want.
23 points in the first round. He's backed it up with 23 points here in the second round.
They got to get some quick hitters now.
Under a minute to go.
Drive to the hole or get Reed on the box.
McNeely crosses over to Ball. Floater up, rimming no, tip in, doesn't go for Reed. Florida controls the rebound.
A foul, almost intentional, or flagrant one as they say.
43.4 on the clock, and Condon is going back to the line for the Gators.
Now he alluded to his strength. He's not as big as some people inside, but playing competitive sports have enabled me to use my shoulder, my upper body.
12-3 run over the last 3 minutes.
Now you've been through this. This makes you pretty tough mentally if you get by this and you're Florida.
I'll tell you what, obviously Condon misses the first of two, but Final Four expectations, you're going to be tested. You're going to have a moment. You're going to have a game where you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to fight through, and certainly it appears thus far that Florida has done that.
Missed them both.
Again, they don't come up.
Gets in for the big finish.
Got to squeeze it.
37 seconds left. Florida now in control. Diarra the drive. McNeely couldn't get the three off. Instead, he takes it to the rim for two.
And a timeout. Danny's got to be careful.
Dan's got to be careful here.
Got to be careful. Wow. Boy.
Elijah Martin had 14 in the first half. Finally got 2 in the second. Todd Golden improves.
It was 61-58 UConn. Florida has since gone on a 14-5 run, trying to close it out with 28 seconds to play.
Right now, if you're Florida, you have to be solid, come meet every pass, be strong with the ball, assume you're going to get fouled.
And UConn, you got to jump passing lanes, anticipate. There they go.
Clayton over to Condon, back for Martin, and a foul given with 21.6 on the clock.
Richard was going to shoot it, I think.
That was a nice press break right there.
Tough team to press.
They're a good passing team.
All of them, yep.
Elijah Martin is 0 of 2 at the free throw line today. 74% shooter. Went to the Final Four with Florida Atlantic. The experience, the physical edge, and approach that he's brought to this program.
Iconic.
You can feel it.
It was the only thing going for them in the first half with those 14 points.
It was tough.
Thought his defense, though, in the second half, particularly on the ball.
Makes them both. 74-66, 21.6 to play. Diarra gets it in for Reed. We're down to 16 seconds left. McNeely drives in and banks it home.
Smart, not fouling.
11.9 on the clock. Clayton. That's too high. How
A foul.
try to save it.
Push.
8.6 on the clock.
Wow.
Chance for 2 more. Sloppy play.
Well, Hauk was wide open on that pressure release. Just the pass was a little bit too high. Almost a 3-point play opportunity for UConn.
So McNeely to the free throw line. 6-point game. And the officials are going to take a look.
I can't imagine. Intentional or flagrant? No.
Game clock is a rear.
Or a clock situation?
Probably just a clock situation at this point to make sure that they've got the precise number up there, considering how important that is down the stretch. Dan Hurley just showed Hassan Diarra how Florida guys have been pushing.
The game clock will be corrected to 9.1 seconds.
There you go. So half a second is added, 9.1.
They got to be ready. Anticipate 2 free throws being made. Get your big on the ball.
So it's Liam McNeely at the free throw line with his team down by 6. His mom has been standing from the opening tip. Five of 5 today. Jaden Ross will check in, replacing Reed.
Speed lineup right now for pressing. One trap's all you're going to be able to afford and give it.
Second one for McNeely. He gets the roll. It's a 4-point game. 9.1 on the clock.
They run a guard out.
Oh, contact.
They got it right here. It's a good call.
Yeah.
Johnson with Richard. And it's going to be a foul call going to the floor.
And Diarra tried to initiate an offensive foul there.
Eddie, good try.
Yeah.
Both guards did that. Right in here. We got the same deal here. And then,
No, it's a hug.
Yeah.
Yep, gotcha. So Diarra is going to pick it up.
Some people are huggable. Some are not.
Will Richard at the free throw line. He's 4 of 4. That's another miss for the Gators.
Well, giving them a chance.
Try to make this a 5-point game with 9.1 to play.
Imagine them if they sealed the deal on missed free throws, UConn. Fumbles.
75-70, Florida. 9 seconds to go in regulation.
Try and keep everything in front of you if you're Florida.
McNeely gets it back. 7 seconds.
Bad foul.
Yeah.
And it's going to be against Clayton.
Stop the clock.
Just as he crossed midcourt.
McNeely was going to bowl over him. Just let him go.
Understanding time and score right there. Just get out of the way.
He doesn't make mistakes either.
Yeah.
17 points for Liam McNeely. He goes to the free throw line now with Florida in front by 5.
Take down, make one, miss one. Chase it.
Just give UConn a chance here now, you know.
Coming in with Caravan.
Once again, they're just shuttling through the video to make sure they have the clock correct. The whistle blew there.
Right.
So it ends up at 6.1. They're going to tack on some time.
You figured it out quicker than them.
Are they looking at 6.7, 6.8?
The only difference is Bird doesn't have a whistle.
No, not one that I use. So both teams huddle up. McNeely is going to the free throw line, as you alluded to, Bill. You make the first one, and then...
But they're not bringing in bigs in case of the miss. They've got a small lineup. Not that they
Game
have
clock will
many
be
choices.
corrected. 6.6.
6.6.
You're a little off, Bird.
Little off. Not my job.
You're right. They do have the small lineup right here. So
he's going to make it.
maybe make it and then try to get a trap or steal.
A quickie, right?
You don't. You got to foul right away.
Trying to do anything they can to lengthen the game. Just stay alive. Down by 5. Keeps making free throws. It's a 4-point game. Another one here for Liam McNeely, the freshman from Richardson, Texas.
Great free throw shooter.
And now they'll wheel Caravan back in.
Great sub right there. Get a chance to set up your defensive pressure here for UConn.
And this is a one-possession game. Florida bounces in, and he is fouled. Hauk from behind.
Now, Raft, when you have a big guy being guarded by a smaller guy, you
throw
don't
it up.
throw a bounce pass. You throw it up high.
Absolutely.
He did it last time. It was a turnover, but still.
He gets free, though, doesn't he?
He does. Good feet.
You're right, though. Great point.
And now Florida's focus, just make this a two-possession game. Do not give UConn any kind of miracle scenario.
80% on the line here.
Gets the roll. Florida up by 4. 5.9 on the clock.
I think UConn has to post somebody at half court. Once you get it in, look up.
Let the ball drop. Get your guys
try
set
and hit
up.
them. They're looking at Reed.
77-72 Florida. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. McNeely fires it. A 3 at the horn, and it's over. Florida survives. They're going to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2017. And the UConn Huskies, two-time defending champions, are out. 77-75. The number 1 seed in the West region rallies for the win. Terrific fight. Florida had enough to get to the finish line.
I'm talking about what we ran earlier. What a great test moving forward, though. You've been under the gun, different style of play. You're going to see a lot of variety with all these teams, if they can get to the Final Four, obviously.
Feeling some pressure and adversity for Florida will serve them well as they continue forward.
Clayton finishes with 23. Martin with 18. And you can put Florida into the Sweet 16. They will be in San Francisco next week. Now awaiting the winner of Colorado State and Maryland. So Todd Golden returns to Golden State. He coached at San Francisco. He was the head man, took them to the NCAA tournament. Now he will represent the Florida Gators after the 77-75 victory. Send it over to Tracy.
I mean, Coach, what a game. The resiliency of your team. We'll talk about this guy in a second, but your team showed no panic. What did they show you?
We just stayed the course. Obviously, it didn't go our way for a large portion of that game after a good start. But again, our team's tough. We have great senior leadership. We just wanted to continue to be ourselves and do it a little bit better. In the last 6 minutes of the game, we did that very well.
Look at this. We got the whole team over here. Let's talk about this guy.
Yep.
2 huge threes down the stretch and those free throws. What is it about Walter Clayton Jr.?
Incredible player, great leader. Teammates believe in him. Great to have the ball in his hands when you need somebody to step up and make a big shot. His teammates stepped up for him today, helped us get this win, and he stepped up closing this victory out for us.
Walter, for you and for all your guys here to have the chance now to play in a Sweet 16, how does that sound?
Man, it sounds great, man. You know, we done had a plan. We know Gator basketball got a great history. We're trying to bring it back a little bit, so it's great that we're getting to this point.
We wish you the best of luck in San Francisco.
Go Gators,